just got our baby chicks today. When you first get your baby chicks, they're going to come in a box kind of like this. It has little air holes in it. And it seems kind of small, but they get cold really easy. So if you want to come in here and look at them, this way they can stay bunched up and they keep warm. I'll show you. They're all in a little bunch, so they stay toasty warm. But you like to get them out as soon as you can into a little more open area. And we're going to use this. It's just an old livestock watering tank. And if you only get a handful of chicks, you can use something like a clothes basket or anything to contain them. They're only going to be there in probably a couple weeks because that's how longer you'll be able to stand the smell. If I have sawdust, we use sawdust. I don't have any right now. I will in a couple of days. But in the meantime, we're just going to put newspaper down. And I only put the newspaper in the area where they're going to be sleeping. And that's where their food and water is. We don't put it down for that. Okay. And then we have their water dish. I just start with something small. And we put marbles in it because chickens are curious and they peck at strange things like that, and that'll encourage them to drink the water because they were shipped out Monday night, so it's been a day and a half and they haven't had food or water, so they're thirsty and they're going to need that. We put that a little out of their reach. And when you get your chicks, I get mine from the feed store, you're going to want to buy a starter feed. This is a big bag, but they go through it pretty fast. I don't usually put their feed in a bowl because they scratch and they fling it out anyway. So I just start out with a handful right on the bottom of the thing here. And they'll run around in that. Now we're going to put them in there. Let them get used to it a little bit. Alright, now they're all in there. Now when you first put them in here, until they get their real feathers, it's important to keep them warm. So you can just hang a light over the top to keep them warm, or you can do like I do, and we put an old door screen over the top because we have dogs and cats that would love to have them as a snack. So we put an old door screen over the top. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. As I said, it's not going to be there for very long. And then we take heat lamps. This is what our heat lamps look like. You can get those at any farm store. And we have a 60-watt light bulb in there. I found that that's what works best for us. If you go higher, it gets kind of warm, so we just use a 60-watt. We're going to set it right on top of the screen. Turn it on, and actually, because this is a big space, we're going to use 2 heat lamps. You set them right next to each other. Now, I'm sure there's an exact temperature that they're supposed to stay at, but I just go by how the chicks are acting. If they're all balled up in a little ball like they're cold, well then they need more heat. So you may have to put a hotter bulb in there, a higher wattage bulb, or we have a third heat lamp that we can put on. If you don't have the screen here, you just hang the lights a little bit lower, but you don't want to get too close to them. If they're all spread out away from the heat, they're just too hot. But if they're laying there comfortably and not making a lot of noise and look like they're happy, well then you know you have the right temperature. And this big bag of food here looks like a lot, but they're going to go through it fast. So you just give them as much feed as they can possibly eat. And when I put them outside, I usually still keep a heat lamp for them. It's a bigger heat lamp, but I keep a heat lamp for them until the weather gets warm enough to where they don't want to even be under it anymore. And that's about it. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.